Hey friends, welcome back to the channel with more My Hero Academia. This is Season 2, Episode 6, and last episode was really great with the finale of the cavalry battle. Ida's Recipro was really cool. Let Todoroki grab that 10 million headband. And yeah, Todoroki's team wound up winning. And he pulled Deku aside afterwards to have a conversation with him, a private conversation with him. Curious what that's going to be like. Also want to see Endeavor and All Might's conversation. And yeah, I want to see what happens with the third trial. So yeah, let's get into it. If you want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, let's get started. Oh, final round. I must have missed that. The boy born with everything.
So, you brought me here. Now what?
Make out.
He's all cold intimidation. Way different from Kacchan.
I was overwhelmed. And it made me break the promise I made to myself a long time ago. None of them felt it. In that moment, I was the only one who could sense your true power. It reminded me of something. Experiencing All Might's quirk.
Oh yeah? Okay.
Oh yeah?
Is that all?
Are you really All Might's secret love child or something?
Am I? What?
I've seen it. You've got All Might in your corner helping you out.
Okay. I get why you'd think that. As insane as it sounds.
Well, are you?
No way! That's not it at all! But I guess even if I was, I'd totally say it wasn't, so you probably won't believe me no matter what, I bet. Anyway, I promise, you've got the wrong idea. And
That's not it at
why
all.
would you even think that
but
about
it's
me?
something else, then that means.
That's not it at all, this interesting wording. It suggests there is something between you two that you're not supposed to talk about.
Yeah.
Yo, long time no see. Let's catch up. Endeavor.
All Might.
And figured I'd say hi.
Did you now? Well then, if that's all you wanted to do, we're done. Chatting like we're old friends. What a joke.
Oh my god, All Might.
Your son's doing very well out there, just using half his power. You must be a great teacher.
Are you implying something?
No! I want to know your secrets.
No.
How do we train the next generation of heroes?
You're all flash and no brains as usual. Out of my way.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me assure you of one thing, All Might. That kid of mine will beat you someday. That's why I made him.
You did what?
He's in a rebellious phase right now. But he will take your place. I'll make sure of it.
He couldn't beat All Might,
My
so
old
he's sending
man
his
is
son.
ambitious. He aims, but he was never able to best All Might, so the symbol of peace is living proof of his failure. He's still at it, though, trying to take down All Might, one way or another. Have you ever heard of quirk marriages? There were those who sought out potential mates solely with the intention of creating powerful children.
Eating electricity.
Many people were forced into relationships.
Ooh.
They were simply viewed as old-fashioned arranged marriages. But clearly it was unethical. He bought my mother's relatives to get his hands on her quirk. And now he's raising me to usurp All Might. In every memory of my mother, I only see her crying. I remember she called my left side unbearable before she poured boiling water on my face.
What?
Without having to rely on his damned fire quirk. You see, I'm going to show him that I reject his power, and I can take first place without using it.
He's listening. That is some serious stuff you just overheard.
You're obviously connected to All Might, even if you won't tell me about it. But no matter how fiercely you come at me in the future, I will defeat you using only my right side.
He's like a comic book character. A hero with a tragic backstory, fighting to rise above it. I'm only here because others have supported me. I've been really lucky. In fact, I've had even more help since I've come to UA. All Might is constantly saving people with a fearless smile. He's the greatest hero, and I want to be just like him. I know my motivation might seem stupid compared to yours, but still, I can't lose this either. You declared war on me earlier. Well, right back at you. I am going to beat you!
Wow.
Since this is a sports festival, we prepared some super fun side games everyone can participate in.
What are they doing?
Huh? Huh?
Looks like Class 1A is going full on fan service.
They, oh my god.
Yaoyorozu.
But they said all the girls have to wear those uniforms for the big cheer battle this afternoon.
Jeez.
That's odd. This is the first I'm hearing about it. Are you sure? Why is it that I always end up falling for that little pervert stupid schemes? I even used my quirk to make these outfits.
Aww.
Ugh, I hate those guys. How about we just roll with it?
Aww.
Wow, Toru, you got skills.
After they're over, the 16 students from the top 4 teams will be duking it out one-on-one in a tournament-style fighting competition. I promise
Fun.
you're not gonna want to miss these epic matchups.
It's mostly 1A, with some 1B in there, and then support class, one support class, and one general class, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
General
Finally
studies.
getting
The final's always a one-on-one competition, but they switch it up every time. Last year it was a foam sword fighting match.
Foam sword.
Sir, and draw lots to see who you're up against.
Excuse me. Sorry, but I'm withdrawing.
What?
Ojiro!
I barely remember anything from the cavalry battle until the very end of it.
Barely remember.
I think it was that guy's quirk.
Wait, who was Ojiro with again?
Everyone gave their all in round 2, but I was just someone's puppet. No way. I don't want to advance if I don't even know how I got here. It wouldn't be fair.
Puppets.
I'm talking about my pride here. I refuse to give that up. Also, why are all the girls dressed like cheerleaders?
Nirengeki Shoda from Class 1B? I think I should withdraw for the exact same reason. It would go against the values of the festival to advance without earning my spot.
Listen to these guys! They're so manly!
So manly.
Here's another weird turn of events.
This sort of talk is incredibly naive, my boys. That turns me on. Shoda,
What?
Ojiro,
What?
You're withdrawn.
Did she say it turns her on?
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'll win it for you.
He's not withdrawing.
Now let's see.
He was on the same team as them.
Actually, we barely did anything in the cavalry battle. Isn't that right? Girls?
So they're gonna give up
You
too?
should choose from the group that kept fighting the whole time. Team Tetsu Tetsu.
Wow.
Kendo!
Nice, I guess, for them.
And
Oh.
so, Tetsu Tetsu and Shiozaki have advanced to the final.
Oh.
Keep happening!
That'll be fun.
My all.
Good. That's all that I ask of you.
Ma chérie, I'm afraid it's the end of the road for you.
Can't wait to melt your butt.
That's cute.
I have to worry about this Shinso guy.
That is you, right? Izuku Midoriya?
It's him, from General Studies.
A pleasure. So you excited?
Yeah.
Not so fast.
Whoa.
You can't say a word to him.
Something to do with this quirk.
Uraraka? Who the hell's that?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hey, Legs, you're Ida, right?
Correct. I'm
Are these two
Tenya.
facing off?
Oh, that's perfect. I have something nice for you.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's press pause for a momentary interlude. It's time for some pulse-pounding side games.
Yay.
First, how about a scavenger
Oh,
hunt?
look at Jiro.
Anybody got a decent textbook?
Back fat.
If you're not playing, come with me.
Okay.
Perverse person.
I think you may have the wrong impression of me, Kendo.
Trust me, this fits.
I think Minota fits more.
Even though there were those who prepped for the fight.
Orange
Or
juice.
tried to hype themselves up.
He's just staring at the freaking wall.
And others still who just focused on trying to calm their nerves.
Aw.
We wanted to be ready for anything.
Hey! Sorry I haven't said hi. You've been great. You harnessed One for All.
No, not really. I'm still worried about using it. It feels so unpredictable, like I might be ripped apart if I'm not completely focused. Besides, I'm still not ready to fully wield it, I can tell.
If we're talking about how much of One for All you'd be able to use at this point, I'd say my closest guess would be about 5% or so.
What? Only 5%? Wow, okay.
All I want to hear you say is that you'll do your best, damn it! There's no such thing as luck. Whenever you're scared or nervous about a fight, just try and deal with it by smiling. You must stand tall. Don't forget that I'm counting on you and cheering you on.
I love his little cricket smile.
Whoa, he looks kind of scared of that picture, doesn't he? It's Izuku Midoriya from the Hero Course versus Hidoshi Shinzo from General Studies, who really hasn't done anything to stand out yet. The rules are simple. Immobilize your
And yet he's in the finals.
You can also win by getting the other person to cry, Uncle. Bring on the injuries, because we've got our very own recovery girl waiting on standby. So put your morals aside and don't be afraid to play dirty. But of course,
Play dirty.
no threatening crap, folks. It's not allowed.
So you can just give up, huh? In a way, this is a test of how strong your spirit is. That monkey was going on about his pride, but I just think he's an idiot.
Don't you talk about him that way!
That's it. I win.
What the heck?
I warned him not to say anything!
You warned him and he still got to...
What's the dealio? This is the first match. It should start out with a bang.
Deku.
The fight has just begun, and Izuku Midoriya is completely frozen.
Oh, Deku. Really, really fascinating episode. Really enjoyed it. It started with Deku and Todoroki talking about All Might. Todoroki correctly deduced that there was some connection between Deku and All Might, though he was wrong about him being a secret love child. That was really funny. Deku slipped up by saying, "Oh, that's not it at all," heavily implying that there is something about their relationship. And Todoroki caught on with that. Pretty sharp, this kid. And winds up telling him, Deku, his backstory about his father using quirk marriages, either using his influence or his money. Rather, he uses money to buy out his wife's hand so that they could have this marriage and pass down balance of quirks, hot and cold. And yeah, beyond just buying someone's hand, he was very, very abusive. All of Todoroki's memories of his mother are of her crying, and she even grew to hate his left side of the face. She poured boiling water on his face. Oh man, I don't know how much I blame her, but she's also a victim in all of this. But throwing boiling water on your son's face, it seems like it's a moment of panic and not intentionally like plotting to hurt her child, but still, it was rough to watch. This tragic backstory. Even though the title of the episode is The Boy Born with Everything, he had a lot of trouble growing up, honestly. It was rough to watch. And so Endeavor, not our favorite character at the moment, and Todoroki wants to fight Deku. He wants to win the sports festival without using his firepower to show his father that he can do it. He doesn't need him. He doesn't want any part of what Endeavor has to offer. And Deku still, despite not having motivations that measure up to that, still has his own motivations, declares that he will win. He will try to win as much as possible anyway. And Bakugo is listening from the background. That was a really... This is a really, really dark backstory, guys. Super tragic. Meanwhile, President Mike was talking about like these side games, recreational side games. Those seemed like fun. I would have actually enjoyed seeing a lot more of them, but we had the girls from 1A all dressed up as cheerleaders because they're freaking Mineta. Oh, this boy. This freaking perv. Kaminari, I mean, not Kaminari. Kaminari too. Denki Kaminari. He's... These two are too bad. Just, ugh. But yeah, it seemed like it would have been fun. But then we move on to the final round, which is one-on-one battles. They said the final round of the festival differs every year, but it's always a one-on-one competition. But for this time, we're having one-on-one matchups, just head-to-head battles. And quite a few people dropped out. Ojiro dropped out. That kid from 1B dropped out. Presumably because Shinso took control of them. Ioma doesn't drop out though. But then even the group in 4th place declined to join the finals because they spent most of the time frozen by Todoroki, as opposed to Team Tetsu, who kept fighting until the end. And the tournament bracket seems like a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing how this all turns out. And yeah, I'm going to do some predictions right now. And I'm going to move over here. First, we have Izuku versus Shinso. Shinso came to an early lead, taking over Deku's body. Even though Ojiro warned Deku, Deku's not the brightest sometimes, right? He does well in school, but I don't know. I have a hard time believing Deku will lose in the first round, though, without getting to show off his power at least a little bit. It would just be too disappointing. So somehow I think... I don't know how he would get out of this. Shinso... I don't know what Shinso's level of control is. It seems he has absolute control. So I don't know how Deku gets out of it, but... I don't know. It just feels too wrong to set up all this tension between Todoroki and Deku and not pay it off, especially when their round is next. So yeah, I'm assuming that Deku will win against Shinso, though I don't see a way out at the moment. Todoroki versus Hantasero. Tape Guy, as much as Tape Guy, I don't know. He's a somewhat likable character, I guess, but this is Todoroki versus Deku for sure in the second round, so... bye-bye Hantasero. And then we have Ibara Shiozaki versus Denki Kaminari. And even though most of the time I like to root for 1A, I do feel like... Okay, my reasoning behind thinking that Shiozaki will win is because of Pokemon. Electric type are weak against grass type. Or rather, electric attacks are ineffective against grass types. So... that is the only reason, because her hair looks like Ivy. I assume she can ground herself and not be affected by his electricity. I don't know. Am I making that up? Does the science check out? But yeah, I think she moves on and beats Denki. Then we have Tenya Ida versus Mei Hatsume. And as much as Mei Hatsume was a surprise, one of the only support character to make it to the second round, I don't think she stands a chance against Tenya, because even though she made it with all her gadgets to the second round, she was one of the last people. I think she was 41st, right before Ioma. So in terms of speed, in terms of maneuverability, I think she obviously has a vertical maneuverability, assuming she has more than one jetpack. But Tenya is just too fast, I think, for her to deal. Especially if he turns on Recipro. I don't know how long he needs to cool down his engines, but if he turns that on, I don't think... There are not a lot of people who could beat him. Then we have Mina Ashido versus Yuga Ioma. I feel like Ioma is a joke character And that's why I think Mina Ashido will win. Though, I don't know how she plans to take down villains. Like, how caustic is her acid? If she threw acid at him and it got on his face, would he have, like, permanent scarring? Feels like it might be better for, like, rescue missions where you can melt things in the way rather than use it to defeat enemies, because you might actually wind up burning them, like, pretty bad and causing permanent damage. But yeah, Mina Ashido, I'm calling that one. Tokoyami versus Yaoyorozu. I actually like Yaoyorozu quite a bit after her first introduction, where she was analyzing what's his face, Tenya's performance in that mock battle, heroes versus villains. She's highly intelligent, but I don't think she has as much power as Tokoyami. Tokoyami could stand up to lightning from Denki Kaminari. It'll just be about how well she adapts and how creative she thinks. Yeah, I don't know. This one's hard, I think. But who am I going to give it to? I think I'll go with Tokoyami for now. I might change my mind before the next episode. But yeah, Tokoyami seems like, regardless of what she whatever weapon she makes for herself, Tokoyami can blast past that pretty easily, I feel like. I mean, she can make cannons, which would be pretty powerful, but it takes time for her to build something big. So I don't know. We'll see. Next, we have the most ridiculous battle, Kirishima versus Tetsu. They're the same. They're the same person. I would laugh so hard if it turned out to be a tie, because they just couldn't beat each other. But I'm going to guess Kirishima because just more battle experience from the USJ incident. So, yeah. Then we have, Bakugo versus Uraraka. Bakugo's like, who the heck is Uraraka? Oh, this boy has no idea what he's doing. He's like really competent, but then doesn't care about anything else except for himself. I gotta give it to Bakugo. I'm sure Uraraka will try to put up a fight, but in a completely flat surface like the tournament's arena, there's nothing to get rid of gravity besides, I mean, she could touch Bakugo and push him out of bounds, but he's not gonna let her get that close. And there's nothing in the arena to, I don't know, like attack him with rather. And yeah, Bakugo, it feels, I feel like Bakugo's gonna win. So on to round 2, we got Deku versus Todoroki. As much as Deku is the main character of this story, I don't see him winning against Todoroki, especially since he can't even control his quirk right now. I don't see Deku going all the way this time. And Todoroki is just too powerful. Shiozaki versus Tenya Ida. This is hard because I don't know anything about Shiozaki other than her ivy hair. I don't know how proficient she is in battle. So, I mean, I had her win against Denki because it was just a natural type matchup. Like, it's an advantageous matchup for her. I feel like with Tenya, his Recipro, if he turns that on, it's very hard to stop. So I'm going to give him the slight edge over that. I had Mina Ashido versus Tokoyami. Tokoyami wins that. I feel like Mina and Ioma are a weaker card than Tokoyami versus Yaoyorozu. Whoever wins Tokoyami versus Yaoyorozu will sweep the other person, Ashido or Ioma. So Tokoyami, easily, I think. And then Kirishima versus Bakugo. I mean, he's hard, so he could block a lot of his attacks. I don't know. I'm as much as I like Kirishima, Bakugo's still a force, and I don't imagine him losing this early. I'm having a hard time wondering if Bakugo will win the whole thing simply because he said he would. Yeah, Bakugo wins against Kirishima. And then we have Todoroki versus Ida. Todoroki wins, even though depends on how much. Honestly, I feel like Recipro is that powerful of a weapon. On the other hand, Todoroki does know it's coming, and it also depends on how often Tenya has to use Recipro against Mei Hatsume and against Shiozaki, simply because if his engines are burnt before he even gets to Todoroki, he might be screwed. But with Recipro, it'd be really, really interesting to see how Todoroki takes him on, even though he knows it's coming. And then Tokoyami versus Katsuki. I don't know, guys. Tokoyami doesn't have a chance, really, in my opinion, because he says Shadow gets weak and timid in the morning, even though it's easier to or in the light, even though it's easier to control. And so explosions kind of make a lot of flash and lights, so I don't think Tokoyami is in a good position for that. And then we have Todoroki versus Bakugo. You see, Bakugo, ever since his start line, is that the episode names? Bakugo's start line, or Bakugo something. It was back in season 1, where he realized he couldn't beat Todoroki. And that was just him when Todoroki was using his ice. If he decides to use both ice and fire, I don't think Bakugo has a chance. But even with his ice, I feel like Todoroki might have it. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with Todoroki, even though Bakugo said that he would win this entire thing. I'm gonna win this whole thing. Todoroki just seems too powerful at this moment. Yeah. And I don't know that Bakugo has gotten that much stronger since that episode where he was like, I realized I couldn't win against them. So yeah, we'll see. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed my theorizing about this. I will see you guys in the next episode where we will see Deku versus Shinso. And yeah, leave a like, really helps out this channel. And if you want to watch the full reaction or catch episodes a week early, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye, friends.